Welcome, my friends. This is Covey 1969. Hi, Robert Menard. I'm Covey White Gold, and I just wanted to thank you. I had done it in the past on another account. They shut it down a couple of years ago. I would like to reiterate some of the things I had said in the past. There was a period where my wife and we came to a really hard financial difficulty time. I became really sick, and we were living on income pretty low. Thankfully, our children, which we have 3, they all grew up, old enough, and moved out. I mean, at 36, I already had 3 grandchildren. I'm 42 now, I have 8, and a 9th one on the way. I do feel blessed, and I thank you, because every one of those people, those children, those grandchildren, have a place to turn to, an anchor, I would call it. We've been here 15 years now. Can't seem to get it under control. Pretty emotional, for fuck's sakes. Jeez, come on. Okay. Robert, I wanted to thank you for helping me save this home. Okay, some people may say it's not much or not enough. To me, it's a castle, okay? It's my home, it's my security, my memories, my own anchors. I look over on a wall and I see... Stop it. I look over on a wall and okay, do this right. I look over on a wall and I see all the markings of ourselves over the years as my children grew. When we first got here. $42,000 for a condo, and my God, is going for like 170, 180,000 now. It went over 200 plus thousand, 240,000 at one time before it dropped. It is insane. We've been here for 15 years. There was a point in time where we couldn't reach the financial aspects. We got attacked by our condo corporation, property management that we were hired in. Got the most evilest of lawyers to attack us with letters, making threats and telling us we had to do this and we had to do that. Limiting our understanding. I didn't understand. I knew nothing. I have a great deal of understanding with computers, and back in the 80s, I learned spaghetti coding. And it allowed me, strangely enough, and I have a verse in understanding when I started to look at the acts and the bylaws. When I started to look at the acts and the bylaws, the criminal laws, I had a verse understanding of them. I won't say in the aptitude of the financial aspect, it gets pretty complicated. But anyway, these lawyers attacked us full out. We even got from our bank foreclosure threat letter, right? Over $2,000, I don't remember the amount now, $2,500 to come up with, and by that next month we had most of it already paid off. We literally, cut everything back and did everything we could to make that payment. We made the payment, we dropped it down hugely. They carried the payment through for months. By September it was down to 1 payment left, which it got paid off at the end of September. They rolled it over and put another payment, so we paid that one again just a few days before the end of October. When that time came, they did it again. They rolled it over. December, it would have been taken care of through the banks. Instead, they sent us a letter trying to add on an additional $700, $800 fees. The lawyer who was dealing with us felt the need that they wanted to add a cost of $700, $800 right at Christmas time too, of all times. Unbelievable. An attack of all aspects, because they know you'd be paying off and buying Christmas gifts and stuff like that you'd be in a weaker moment. It is disgusting. So I used what you gave me, and I was thankful because my wife, she kept every single receipt showing that we had made all these payments, and I basically stated back, I said, bring it on. At one point, I remember the lady threatening to bring the head of the corporation on to straighten me out on the phone on the aspects of why I should be doing what they're telling and I'm going to lose. And basically, I just stated right to the end, I said, you know what, I know that we've made our payments, and I know what you're doing, and I would want a judge to make a decision on this, because this is sneaky, underhanded. Anyway, they backed it off. Immediately, within days, it was back with the bank. And with the corporation, they had the ugliest, evilest lawyer attacking with that letter. I went to the courthouses, I retrieved information and knowledge from them on the basic level, because they make you sign forms that makes them completely outside, where you can't legally sue them for giving you bad advice, basically. So you go there and you get this knowledge from these generalized lawyers who don't know much of anything. On your case, you'll be lucky if they have more than knowledge than the regular. They have a generalization of a whole bunch of things. And it's like a tip of an iceberg, is what I explained before. Because if you go and look at the acts of the bylaws and you start to read about the mortgages, you start to understand you have way more choices, way more power at your hands than they try to deem. And this is what Robert gave me. And all I can say is God bless that man. You know, like, he led me on a path of understanding and questioning what insanity is going on out there. Nobody seems to question that. Like, I understand we live in a commerce society. Everybody knows that money talks, you know, bullshit walks. And in courthouses, you've seen throughout the world that if you pay enough money, you can even get somebody off for murder in some cases through the corruption that we have. There's such high levels of corruption out in the world, everywhere. And finances have shown that even driving your car now, this is a question that drives me insane. It's a very simple aspect. But I know if I won the lottery tomorrow and I was an asshole driver, I could jump in my wheels, I could spin right through each of those photo cameras, going, 45 kilometers over the speed limit, zipping past schools, 95 kilometers an hour here, without any worry of losing my license or any aspect. When I go through the traffic lights, I could flip the bird out the window while they take the picture. No worries, because money becomes no object. Once you get enough of it, and you become more important than the rest of society, because you can just pay your way past all of these things. It is an insanity. And I don't understand why people don't see that. They think that the cameras are bringing more safety to us. I see a whole regulation of a separation of middle class to the wealthy and the ultra wealthy. Because basically money becomes worthless to them. They have so much of it that this is a penny cost for traffic violations, and you don't have to worry about losing your license. There's no limitations on getting traffic cameras for people like this, so that they can just rip through over and over and over and just keep dealing out money. I understand that they want to slow down all aspects of traffic, and there are other options, okay? I know there are other countries even that have no traffic lights, and they have very low collision rates, equal in aspects to our own countries, even less in some cases. By just simply knowing the rules of the road, by being kind to one another and allowing people to go through at rates. When you have a traffic camera, when you have traffic lights and you're driving along, are you paying attention to the road and the people who are walking out into the streets uncarelessly, foolishly? Or are you looking at the lights up above to make sure that they're green or red as you go through? I mean, you're being distracted by the own very thing that's supposedly supposed to save you and slow people down and whatnot. And some of the idiocies, if you want to keep the traffic lights, fine. Argue that aspect against me. That's fine. I understand. But when you're there at 3 o'clock in the morning and there are no traffics for miles, or even just the amount of time and gas utterly wasted at sitting at a light when it could be a stop sign for that instant, where it could be flashing a period of time after 7, 8 o'clock, 9 o'clock, whenever the peak time's slow, and you know that traffic's at its minimal, and people are well enough to come up to that light, it's flashing red, it's clear, you go. Why, in God's name? What is the same level of, and how do I feel like I'm being led like a nanny, like I'm a child holding my hand at 4 o'clock in the morning because there's no cars around for miles, I have to be waiting there at a light. I don't. You know what? I tell you, I don't. Fuck that. I take the risk of having to pay out and dilly that money because, you know what, it's worth the risk. I can see from miles, no cars. I go. I think it's insane. I think that when I do see the flashing lights, I think that's a great thing. I think that's a society working towards helping us in a good aspect, not trying to moneyize, not commerce the crap out of everybody. Thank you, Robert Menard. You saved our asses in so many aspects. So many of us have led us an understanding. My own city is out there towing vehicles, and I've led and read our own bylaws because of the situation I'm in. And they don't even have a right to tow vehicles. Their option is up to a $200 fine. There is no other clause or any aspects or litigations or legal means that they're allowed to tow you. Yet they're doing it. And people don't say anything and nobody comes forward to act. In my aspect, they towed me illegally on a almost 3 week old sticker that I had moved my vehicle, and I left the sticker there and scratched everything out. It's only by the grace of God that I just actually recorded that whole aspect of me moving the vehicle afterwards. It was on January 1st, New Year's Eve, 6 in the morning, 5 in the morning. I'm out there changing a tire, I moved my vehicle down, and I videotaped where it was and where I'd moved it to, and I videotaped the bloody sticker on there too. But I have no idea who to talk to or how to get it going. I thought I'd start by fighting the ticket, which was abandoned vehicle ticket. You know what they've got me doing? Waiting until January of next year before I can even start that moving, which is what I have to fight first to prove my innocence so I can sue the crap out of the city. I know I'm an easy person to get along. I don't want to sue. I'm in no means or not interested in suing people. I hate to even have to go in that direction. I'd settle out. If they gave me a fair amount, I'd walk away from the whole aspect. Even the time that they wasted of me, all of the shit they put me through, the ignorance. I also videotaped me going down to the car lot. They wouldn't even allow me to take the sticker off the window. When I went to take my vehicle from there, the trailer that was attached is a utility trailer. It is not commercial. There is nothing in the bylaw about its need to have a license anywhere on it. So I don't bother getting one because I know the moment it's registered, I have to start doing it every year. Then it's commercialism, and I'm not using it for that aspect. I've been towing my children, my 3 children and 8 grandchildren, here and there and everywhere, using it as a means to save. I mean, it's a wonderful aspect to have. I go to get it out of that lot, and they tell me I have to go down, get it registered, pay these things, and prove it's registered, get a plate on it and everything before I'm allowed to take it. Attach it to my vehicle. I left it there. I was so frustrated and pissed off, and the money is just not there for me, and they're just killing me, and it's just so wrong, okay? And I know there's people who are way worse off than my incident and whatnot, but I have some directions and ideas. I just would love to be able to talk to you, even for an instant. I'm making this vlog, whatever you call it, on my site. I'm going to attach it to yours. I'm hoping you get a chance to see it, because I need to gather some. If you look at any of the music videos I created, any of the political wordings that I'm talking about, you'll completely understand where I'm trying to go at. Because I think it's time, my brother. You know it is. Everything you stand for, we shall have no leader. Okay, I have knowledge is... Oh, here's a book. So yes, if you want to hear the rest, it's continued on the next page. You just have to click here. No, here, click here, no, here, fucking click here, over here, down, up here, down, no, up here, it's right here, no, over here, look, click here.